Hey y'all, it's Kasia, and today I'm using this hair from Unice or Unice Hair Company. They sent me a 20-inch closure, 20, 22, and 24-inch bundles, and I'm going to be doing a closure sew-in for y'all today, so stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoy. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to start off with her hair already braided. I just parted it down the middle and braided it to each side and down in the back. I can link the tutorial on how I did it up above. But I'm just going to start by putting on the closure, making sure that it's in place and having her to hold it. And then I'm going to adjust it and make sure it's in the right spot. And then I'm going to begin sewing. So, of course, you know, you start from the back in the middle and you sew down to one side. So, usually I just sew to the right and then I go back to the middle and sew to the left. So you're just going to see me doing that here. But one thing I'm going to one thing that I want y'all to take note of is that I am sewing not on the braid, but on the hair next to the braid, if that makes sense. So if you see, there's a stitch on each side of each braid, not necessarily on the actual braid. So that makes for the closure to be closer to the scalp. So once I get to the end of the closure, I'm just going to go ahead and do a few stitches and then tie it off. And then I'm going to go to the back and I'm going to sew down the other side. Sorry that my hand is kind of in the way, but I'm doing the exact same thing that I did on the other side. And make sure that you're looking at the middle part or looking at whatever part you're doing and making sure that the closure is sitting perfectly on top of that part that you created with the real hair and that it's not shifting. Make sure that it's staying in place. That's one reason that I like to have the client hold the closure down. But anyway, what you're going to do is once you finish braiding, sewing this side down, you're going to tie it off and then you're going to go to the front and you're going to sew down the front part of the closure. And after that, it depends on if you're going to be going with an elastic band or not, what you're going to do. So I'm just going to come back to y'all once I get to that point. Okay, so now I'm going to be lifting up the closure and basically sewing the closure onto the first braid. And you're just gonna see me doing that here. I'm taking very small pieces of the closure though. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. So I'm taking really small pieces. I'm not doing it that close to the middle part or that close to the part because you don't want to be able to see the thread, but you do want to sew it on. You can sew it without flipping it up. That's just the way I like to do it because I can see better. But whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat. So once you tie the second half off, that's where everything's going to come into play. Oh, and also, you don't have to leave the lace on. You can cut it off beforehand. It really doesn't matter to me. I do either or. But, so this is the point where you're going to decide if you want to use an elastic band or not. So if I wasn't to use an elastic band, I'm going to show you a kind of the loose ends on the side. Instead of sewing the closure to it, you would be sewing that down braid to it, and you would be anchoring the thread back and forth between the loose end and the braid. If y'all want a tutorial on how I do the closure without an elastic band, let me know in the comment section below and I'll just go ahead and put out a video for y'all on that. But I did do a elastic band on her because she requested an elastic band. She wanted one. They make your closure sew-ins last longer without you having to get a maintenance done. So she wanted to get one. All my clients don't get elastic bands. I let it be completely up to them. I don't have to use one. I know how to not use one. I know how to use one. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead on to the sewing part. So I'm going to be start sewing right behind her ear. Of course, I'm going to be sewing in a smile so that I can have the hair coming down in the front and just keep that flow going. So it's really no method to me sewing it in other than me knotting it and me sewing in a smile. I think that this part is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just going to go ahead and not talk through this part, and I'm going to come back to y'all a little bit later. Okay, so now that I'm done, I'm going to be putting a little bit of mousse and a little bit of shine on it. And I'm going to be blow drying that mousse into that closure so that the closure can lay flat. And then after I do that, also I'm going to be making sure that I brush the hair forward so that it can frame her face. Then I'm going to go ahead and put in some face frame and layers and clip those ends. And then you do whatever desired style you want. But it was her birthday, so even though I flat ironed it, which you're not going to see here, even though I flat ironed it, she went ahead and curled it herself. It came out really cute. Happy birthday, bestie. She looks so cute, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.